Hello and welcome back to DROD RPG 2. Deadlies 2025, the final thing that was released, well, maybe not chronologically, but the final thing that I have to showcase, is Goblin King's Fortress by Kieran Miller. The Goblin King is back. Apparently he is hiding out in a forest on the other side of a lake, plotting all sorts of nefarious schemes. Our hero Tendry sails to the other side of the lake, docking at the closest shore. It's time to head over to the forest and give that Goblin King what for. Alright, so Goblin King's Fortress, I believe, was the first of these. I'm not sure if it's a series, but I know Kieran Miller was talking about it in chat, trying to come up with other words that start with F, so that you could have more Goblin GKF level sets, I think. I don't remember offhand what Goblin King's Fortress was. Sound effect. Credit. Interesting. Okay. There will be cables. And we got a full map. Yep, that sure is a Kieran Miller level. The 3x3 room is sort of his signature at this point. Also, is it custom enemy stats? Also, or it could just be that our stats are really low. The attack dispenser, right, so there are custom elements here for the purposes of the Deadlies voting. The custom elements are something to consider. So what we have here is an attack dispenser. We just permanently get one attack every time we defeat an enemy while that's equipped. Okay, that looks pretty good. Anyway, we don't really have a choice. We have to do that. Life Hearts increase the HP gained by all health potions by 20%. To check the current HP multiplier, press the special key. Okay. Right, because that's going to be separate from the ×2 here. Okay. So this seems to be the trend with RPG lately, because we saw that with Zendaris' Crate Zone, where he's got those ×2 multipliers, and really just any Zendaris RPG, he seems to do that in all of them. You have a ×2 multiplier where you can increase the value of things over time. And now we have Kieran Miller starting to get into this as well, with things where you want to avoid picking things up so that you can get an item that makes the value of things more valuable later. Which it's an interesting direction for the DROD RPG community to be going in, because I thought people hated Hot Tiles specifically because Hot Tiles did this, where you weren't picking things up in advance because you might need to manage your health for taking % damage on things. But this is kind of the same thing, where you're just avoiding doing things until the last moment, which increases the mental overhead of playing these things considerably. So it's just kind of an interesting direction that things are going in right now. Alright, so these are probably what we want to do, because that's... I'm going to have to do a fight next. And +1 attack makes a pretty big difference. Makes a difference on you as well. I can make Wraithwings cheaper with one more. Yes, that's probably the next thing I do, is just do that again. Quite a few stats over here. Also, the attack dispenser, I need the blue key, which is over there apparently. Oh, or I can just come around that way. I see. And then it looks like there's oh man, this place just keeps going. Okay. So there's the Goblin King, I guess. And so kind of a two-part level here. Well, there's... Oh no, there's a Goblin King as well. Huh. Brained Goblin King. Okay, that makes quite a difference. If we go through this... If we go through this Wraithwing, we get in here. I'm guessing that's going to open this. 1 yellow key for 4 yellow keys. Really? Is that really what this is? I mean, sounds like a good deal to me. Well, I think I for sure want at least one more attack. So we'll do that. If I go through here, I can make roaches cheaper by doing 2 more of these. Which is expensive, but then we can get some defense, which would be pretty nice. The closed black doors are just ornamental, I guess. That's fine. Okay, it's 160 for both of those, which leaves me with 300, and I need 302. I do not have enough health to do everything I want to do. There is health here, though, so you know what? We're just going to do that, grab some defense along the way. Yeah, I mean, it is 1 yellow for 4. Okay. Let's just do this. So that we have yellow keys. Now, with the attack dispenser, theoretically, we want to leave enemies behind. There's no reason to leave gems behind, at least, with this setup. The things that we want to leave behind are health and enemies. So I could just go for that. For 3 yellows. I think we're going to do this. Because we can just grab the defense. There's no reason to leave that, as far as I know. Okay, we can make the evil eye cheaper. I guess let's just get some stuff. So I've been trying to leave health behind, but realistically I think I just need to take it. I'm nowhere near getting a heart. Is a green key for that really worth it? There is quite a bit of health around. I should actually look at this room. Okay, the enemies. Spider. I think these are all standard stats. I don't have the stat lines memorized. I just kind of go with what feels right. But these do seem to be standard enemy stats. Okay, you're starting to look more plausible. Is there a brain in here? No, you're hitting me 8 times. The 1 is the attack, not the multiplier. Okay. Right. So we probably do want to take out those mud babies for the key and then cash the key in for that. If we do that, we're forced to go through a Mad Eye, though. So that's really the trade-off. Get more attack earlier or get a Mad Eye later. But they have to do a Mad Eye fight. But I mean, that is more attack, so it's probably worth doing, because we'll get more fights along the way. This heart is through 2 antlions. There's a green key. Are there any other green keys? There's one here, but it's the spider. Well... I think no matter what we do, we're going through here. So maybe we will make the assumption that that heart is worth getting. 380. Okay, we can also do that roach. That roach is pretty cheap. I'm trying to avoid picking up the 1,000 health until I get the heart. Right, so we are... What are we doing here? We can also just trade a yellow key for a green key. I would rather not do that, though. So I think I'm actually just going to grab all of that, grab the defense. Okay, 95 for you is fine. We can come up here. That wasn't the chord sound, was it? So multiplier is now 120. Yeah. I should probably just grab that, honestly, because we are going to need the health. That would let me get through here. Grab another heart. It would actually let me grab a blue key as well, wouldn't it? No, because it's going to be 48, 48. I'm going to need 100 and 60, roughly. So I need another 100 health on top of that, which is fine. That can be procured. Let's just do it with a minimum of fighting. This is what we've decided to do. And then... how much does this cost me? It's 150. Hmm. 1,500 rather. I mean... If I fight those for the yellow keys, I can buy this. You know what? I've decided I want to keep the blue key after all, which means which means that we're going to do it this way instead. So I just need 1,000 health. Well, 1,008. Are there stats I can grab that would make you cheaper as well? Yes, attack does make a difference. Okay. 1008, I have enough. Okay. I have the attack dispenser, and I have enough stats to defeat something and get health. Okay. So now... There is a crate in this room, by the way. I guess I'm trading that instead of a yellow key for this at this point. Okay, there's some stats. Do Greckles even matter here? I don't think so. I do need more health, though. So, if I want more health... Well, you are health that comes with a defense. Yeah, roaches and wraithwings not getting cheaper for a while. It is +1 attack. Okay, I didn't see the pop-up, but I assumed it was there. So these are 12 health for an attack. Pretty good. Alright, nothing up there. We can grab that health if we ever really need it. Just kind of looking for other stats. There's another 4 defense, which would make roaches free. So maybe we just do that. If I go this way... I can grab that heart. If I have enough for those mud babies. I feel like that is going to save a lot. Although that Mad Eye will be getting cheaper pretty quickly as well. Okay, I think we're just going to do this. Gets us a bunch of attack. We still need... Oh yeah, Evilizer getting pretty cheap as well. 160. Now I do need another yellow key. Oh, but the Mad Eye's actually... See, now I feel like I'm just going to save that blue key. I'm just never going to grab the blue key at this point. Because I can just go for that Mad Eye right now and grab the heart. You block off the Goblin King. Okay, so the Goblin King's going to taunt us. But I'm assuming we never get enough stats to deal with it from here, so we're never going to be able to get up that way. Should I make that assumption? That might actually be a secret. Or a challenge score point. Like if you super optimize this sort of thing. Which Kieran Miller is one of the more hardcore RPG players, so I wouldn't put it past him to do something like that. These hardcore DROD players, I tell ya. So if we're just fighting now, because these stats made this cheaper, +1 attack still makes it cheaper. So I really want to just do that as soon as possible, but I wouldn't mind having some more attack. So can I get one more yellow key? Well, this mud baby has a yellow key. It's a green key there. 3 yellow keys there, that's really nice. And it's relatively cheap. And we get 2 attack for it. Aha, you thought yous killed me? I is back. I am seeking revenge. My plan is to trap yous with a tough but seemingly possible maze of doors and monsters. Yous will tries to figures out how to kills me, but fails, causing frustrations. Ha ha ha, the ultimate plan. You fiend, I'll get you for this. Okay, so, as expected, Goblin King is there to taunt us. Yeah, and we're just gonna... Yeah, you can see the stats on this the Mad Eye going down pretty quickly here. I mean, we do get the back attack for stepping here as well, so it's not quite what it could be. Haha, you will never be strong enough to kill me. Keep going, and I will be back later to watch again. Bah, looks like I have no choice. I'll find you again and defeat you. Okay, we'll grab that. So if we do that midway. This is fun to watch. Okay, Goblin King. So we could definitely get enough attack to be able to hurt the Goblin King from here. Using that attack dispenser and killing everything. Like, I'm pretty sure there are 20 enemies left. Maybe not, actually. If we had grabbed it earlier... Okay, actually, maybe not. It might just be impossible. Well, there are also attack gems available, though. But we're going to sacrifice all of that. There are no more hearts before this point, so I might as well do this. Okay, and if I bring the blue key this far, I can actually just grab this right up front. Okay. But I do want more stats. Might as well go for the cheapest stuff first. Stuff that won't be getting better. I one-shot the Wraithwings, so the reason that they still hurt me is because I don't have defense. Okay, so they will not get cheaper until I either get a sword or I get defense. Is there any defense available anywhere? For a green key there is. Maybe we grab that then. Yeah, I don't think... Don't need the health. So we'll go up here, grab the 3 defense. Okay, now Wraithwings are as cheap as they're ever gonna get before we start doing other stuff. Okay. Might as well just grab all the stats I can. Spider could be made cheaper. That's just a potion. You could be made cheaper as well pretty soon. All of you could be, actually. 68 is an important number. You could be as well. Okay, I think at this point then we just fight the spider. For the +4. So I can get in here and start fighting stuff. There's a crate in here, so I can actually save the blue key if I go through the Goblin. Key trades, okay. A lot more stats out here. That looks like a defense dispenser. I'm guessing +3 defense for every killed enemy. More blue keys, more hearts, more hearts. Alright, so all I have left at this point is health. 6 attack does make you cheaper. So I might as well fight 6 things here, I think. Yeah, these mud babies aren't getting cheaper anytime soon. Alright, I think that's as good as you're gonna get. Now we could trade the blue key here for 2 green keys. We could also trade 2 green keys for a blue key. Lots of things that this blue key could be used for. Interesting. Okay, that's funny. That's just 6 attack. And some Greckles, I guess. Green key to get access to the north. I mean, 6 attack does make goblins cheaper. So, we'll do that. Rock golem's not too hard. That's a lot of health. A lot of health for a green key, a lot of health for fighting a tar baby. Let's hold off on that. Okay, 2 antlions for some stats, 3 attack, 1 defense, and some health. It's not bad. The antlions are only getting better from defense at this point. Okay. Interesting, so this lets me get into here. That gets me out. I assume this gets me in. So it's 2 different ways to get in, and once we've gotten in one way, we can get in the other way. So it's either a green key or a yellow key in a soulless fight. That swordsman is guarding a bunch of good stuff. I could just spend a green key to get a yellow and a blue, effectively. Blue key, this is the exit, right? I have a blue key. I could just grab the extra... You know what? I'm not even going to think about it. There are so many blue keys around. This just seems like clearly the best thing to do. Alright, and then for you... We do need another blue key, but if we fight the rattlesnake 4 times, we get access to 60% health multiplier. But then we're fighting a brained rattlesnake 4 times. Nothing to say yet? Okay. And we might never have to actually fight that rattlesnake because we do have... We have other blue keys that we can grab. Okay, so this room is really good for health stuff. Let's see, that's way back. Once we've gotten in here, are there any more hearts? There is the defense dispenser, which is interesting. Okay, there's one more heart, which requires one of each key. And there's this heart. Right, which I've been putting off because there was a goblin fight. Alright, let's get that one. Okay, so at this point, there is still a heart here if I want to hold off. I'm trying to decide if I really want to care about these hearts or not, because once I decide that I no longer care about getting the hearts, I'm kind of in go mode and I just start clearing up everything I can. There's also the question of whether I want 3 defense instead of 1 attack. I think I'm just going to go all in on attack on this run. It would be very satisfying to get my defense up so high that nothing can hurt me, but I think if that was what my goal was, I would have routed the early stuff differently, because I've already been killing a bunch of stuff for attack when it could be, you know, it's just a blue key to get in there. Like I think that's very doable if I were to beeline for it, so I'm going to assume that I'm not getting that. No, it doesn't necessarily have to be all one or the other. I could go back and forth as well, depending on what I want to do with the stats. But I feel like attack is just generally going to be still pretty useful for that rattlesnake. Like if we're looking at these, 20 hits, 25 hits. So attack is still very meaningful. Whereas they're doing, 300 damage or whatever. So even if I had the 3 defense per kill, if I killed 50 enemies, I'd have to kill 50 enemies in order to basically half the damage, not even. Which is doable, maybe. But there's not all that many enemies, though. Right, so at this point I'm looking for keys. I only have health left back on this side of the level, right? It appears so. It is only health. So the current goal is to get this heart. In order to do that, I could spend a green key or I could spend a yellow key in a soulless fight. I'm inclined to do the soulless. So I think we're actually just going to fight those antlions now. Uh, 10 more attack, which would be nice. Or 19. That's a ways to go. Let's just grab that. Alright, lots of stats. Lots of stats available. A goblin and a soulless, or just a tar baby. Interesting choice. You do get one more attack if you go this route. But I think the goblin is eventually going to be pretty cheap. Yeah, so that's looking pretty tempting. If I go through here, I can get this crate out, and that gets me 10 defense. If I wanted a green and a blue key, it's 2 greens for a blue. There's a green. There's a blue. Probably just gonna fight for it. Or I just spend a green here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna spend a green here. Fighting the swordsman. The reality is that because I don't have a weapon, the swordsman's always going to hit me for 600 no matter how much attack I get. So I might as well, I think, just get the key. Alright, so with that in mind, if we want that green key, if I'm just going to clear out that whole section, that's what, 1400 health? Yeah. Let's just go all the way back here so that I don't have to walk for this again. Really, I left a tiny potion like that. You are still costing me a key. I said 1400, right? Oh, also there's a potion here. Oops. Let's just get the defense first. Okay, that was a mistake. Oh well. So using the crate doesn't particularly help with this because I can't get out. And that was the last heart aside from these, which, I mean, well, okay, for one thing, there's no reason to fight the rattlesnake more than once, because I can just kill it from the head, and then I get all of these. So you know what? I think I'm actually just going to go up to 560. Hold on. So like if I grab one of these, yeah, there's so much health lying around. I didn't have enough, okay. Well, we'll just grab one of these then. So yeah, there were no Greckles at any point, so fighting you multiple times for the Greckles. I guess fighting you multiple times does get us more stats, that's the thing. Okay, but now I might as well just grab all of the health. I didn't really need to do that yet, but I just don't want to come back here anymore, because I get the peace of mind of having fully cleared that side of the level, minus the one antlion. Which, I mean, the antlion's only going to get cheaper with defense. And it does give me attack if I grab it. But at this point, if I'm planning on doing a bunch of fighting, I might as well do this first. Right. No reason to stick around. Might as well grab it. Yeah, so now... Now we're basically looking at stats first. I do need more keys if I want to get through here. Okay, interesting. Also, I do have a blue key, so I could just beat it at this point. But what would be the fun in that? Right, key exchange there. I could go blue for 2 greens. What else do I even want to use a blue key for? I need 1 for the final boss. I don't care about that, I've decided. There is a blue key there. There's a blue key there. Yeah, you know what? I need green keys. We're just going to do that. A green for 3 yellows is technically score positive, and it gets us towards some stuff here. But if I do all of that, the thing is I need a key to get in here. I'm just going to spend the yellow for this in order to get access to these final few rooms. I will fight these instead of spending a green key. So I guess I am actually just going to do this, funnily enough. Defense dispenser is 3 defense per enemy. Yep. I do need to spend a yellow key, 2 yellow keys to get a blue key. I might actually not have to ever do that. I think I still have more blue keys than I need. So 2 yellow for a blue is a score positive trade though. So at this point I'm looking for 5 yellow keys. Because that gets me plus 10 attack, plus 10 defense. I could actually have spent a green to skip that, but then I don't get the health. So, you know what, we'll just do this. I mean, I guess there's a blue key here. It's a lot of points. So what is my actual goal at this point? A green and a yellow gets me 6 and 6. Or 3 yellows. Don't know if there are even that many yellow keys left lying around. There are. Do I just do this gauntlet next? Probably do these first because I get more stats out of it. Okay, Goblin doesn't get cheaper. Greyman and Soulless do get cheaper with attack in the near future. One more for the Greyman, huh? Got two more right here. Soulless will be cheaper by the time I get to it. Or just right now. Alright, time to get some more stats. And I think that's it for stats. At this point, I guess technically 3 defense is worth more points than 1 attack. But I am not terribly bothered by that. I mean, it does save me. Like, I need so much attack to get any savings on anything at this point. How about you? I need so much attack to get savings that I think purely for score purposes it actually does kind of make sense to do this. Because I get more points per kill. There's probably an ordering to this too, where I want to, the things that hit multiple times, I want to fight later. So fight the Soulless first. Yeah, so the Swordsman's going to hit me for quite a bit. In terms of score though, no, 3 defense isn't worth 600. Well, I think we're obviously spending a green key on that. And on that. And then I think we're done. Okay. Yeah, I do have a yellow key. Grab the key for points. If I had 2 yellow keys, I could trade it for a blue, but I do not. And I do not have a spare blue, so I guess I actually just have to do that, which is fine. So if I had routed slightly better, turns out I needed more blue keys after all. Okay, Goblin King, time to die. I'm gonna kill you to death. I'm pretty sure that the Goblin King did just run away again, though. There will probably be another one. Oh yes, you can do way better than that in terms of optimization. That's not too surprising. Tendry patted himself on the back. A job well done. The Goblin King shouldn't cause any more trouble for a while. But for how long? Tendry and the Goblin King, destined by fate to be bitter rivals forever. It is almost certain that the Goblin King will rise again someday. Still, time to enjoy the peace and quiet while it lasts. Yeah, okay, so that was Goblin King's Fortress. A lot of items that increase stats over time, or rather, give you reasons not to grab stats right away. I do appreciate the attack and defense modifiers. Let's just not hang out in the menu. Not that it really matters, probably. But yeah, I do appreciate these attack and defense dispensers more than like a global modifier increase, just because, at least with this, if you have access to gems, there's no reason not to just take the gem. And I think that it's really good, like even if you're kind of holding off on the health, which it's fine, I guess. You know, it seems like the same issue as hot tiles to me, but whatever. But at least with these, there are things that are worth taking as soon as you get access to them, which gives you a sense of constant progression as opposed to just being stuck at one set of stats until you're absolutely able to, you know, push through to the end of the entire level and then clean up everything at the end. Which, I mean, that is satisfying on its own too, but I feel like you get more of the RPG aspect of it. I don't know, does DROD RPG even count as an RPG? You get the stat building aspect of it, which I appreciate. Same with keys, right? You always just grab keys. Even with multiplier shenanigans, you always just grab keys. And I do think it's good to just have things that you can pick up and see yourself getting stronger throughout the playthrough instead of just leaving it all to the end. But that's... yeah, so that's all I'm going to say on that. You were technically possible to injure. I don't know if you're possible to get enough health for. That might be something interesting to try to optimize at some point. Also, I assume you're the same Goblin King, so when I defeated you over here, were you still here? I don't know. I could have checked, but I won't. Anyway, that was everything from 2025 in Drodland. So, yeah, if you are watching this before the voting elapses, which I think there's probably about a week or so left by the time that I publish this. So, yeah, get those votes in. Play out stuff for yourself. Get those votes in. And, yeah. I will see you next time for probably a different puzzle game.